Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Friday, November 21st, and as promised, we are going to be diving more into this word for hem, not the word used in Psalm 139:5, but we're going to start to look at other places that the word hem in English shows up. We're going to look at what that Hebrew is. And I'm going to share my screen with you, which means you won't be able to hear my voice, be able to see me, but you will be able to hear my voice. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how I'm getting to where I'm getting. One of the purposes of this entire study is to give you an idea of how to do a very deep word study using internet resources that are available and model that for you. So I'm going to switch over. You're going to be able to see my screen. I'm going to show you how I found other places in the Bible that have the word hem in English, and then we're going to dig into what this means. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to do a word study on Study-Lite, because that's another option that you can find as you move forward in your Bible study. So I'm going to turn my iPad because Study-Lite is more user-friendly when it is sideways. And I've got it on whole Bible. I'm going to change this to English Standard Version because that's where we first saw hem in Psalm 139:5. And I'm just going to put in the word hem. Go. Oops, I forgot to change it to interlinear. So I'm going to change it to interlinear, and then I'm going to hit go. And here we have everywhere that we've got the word hem. Neat thing is I can click on this and it's going to tell me what the Hebrew word for that hem is. Its meaning is to hang. It's from the priest's robe, and I can listen to it.
Shul.
And then I can go on to the next one. And you're going to find that if it's talking about the hem of the robe, it's going to be all that same word. It's going to be that word shul. So I'm going to kind of scroll through and look for a place where it looks a little different. Now I'm in Luke 19:43. So this is going to be Greek rather than Hebrew. I'm going to click on it. And I've got
Sunecho.
Suneko. And what does it mean? To hold together, any whole, all of those things. So this is showing up in 6 verses. And, right away I'm thinking about this woman with the blood, and it said that she touched the hem of his garment. Well, that depends on what translation. So now I'm going to go to King James Version. And I'm just kind of exploring now. I'm looking for what the direction is going to be for this study. When I go to King James Version, I get those same things. I get the ones that talk about the priestly garment. And then in Matthew 29, verse 20, it starts to talk about this woman with the issue of the blood, and she touched the hem of his garment. And this is a new word.
Kraspedon.
And it's the extremely prominent part of a thing, the edge of a skirt, the margin, the fringe. And then here it is again in Matthew 14:6. It's probably going to be the same word, and it is. So I've got a few words that I can explore here. Now, there's something else I can do later on, but for today's video, that's what we're going to be focused on. We're going to be focused on looking at this word hem throughout the Bible. So now that I've shown you how to find the word hem in English in other places in the Bible, you're probably wondering what's next. Well, that whole segment of sharing my screen took over 3 minutes. So we're already over 4 minutes. We don't really have time to dig into it today. But next week, we're going to start with the priestly robes. We're going to be looking at the meaning of the hem in the priestly robes. You're going to be amazed at some of the things that the Lord has shown me, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So tune in on Monday, and we're going to dig into that priestly robe and what the hem of a priestly robe was like. keeping in mind Jesus would wear a prayer shawl, one of those tallets that the priests also wore. And we're gonna find all that out, and we're gonna see what all that points to. Today's Friday, so I'm gonna remind you there's no video over the weekend, but I'll be back with you on Monday. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.